Actually, you don't get much opportunity to look after yourself because you're so focused on your loved one. As things got a bit easier, I realised that I really did need to get out. I really did need to do my thing. One of the things I've been writing is my life story. I've done 50,000 word life story, fully illustrated, fully with every photo annotated, all that sort of stuff. I do a lot of family tree work, and a lot of that was done in the early morning.
Oh yeah, oh God, things got so tough. I can't tell you, I was running a business. I was trying to keep Peter going. I was looking after the house, doing so much stuff, I can't tell you, and going to and from a long distance from Dalesford to Ballarat for treatment. And I wasn't eating. You know, Peter had always done all the cooking in the house and I just wasn't cooking or eating. And I didn't realise but others did. They could see me losing weight and they could actually see what was happening. And in the end, the fridge was just overflowing with casseroles and curries and all sorts of wonderful things, and it was amazing. It was just phenomenal. I just had to make sure that I had some rest because I think a lot of people forget themselves, and that causes tremendous problems for themselves and the person they're looking after. You've just got to be very careful that you have a nap during the day, a nap in the evening, and you know that you're not going to have much sleep during the night, and just try and get as much as you can in the evenings, because your life is completely different once treatment starts, and it just gets more different as treatment goes on, which they tried to prepare us. How did people get strength to get through it? Because I don't know really where I got the strength. If you care, it seems to come from somewhere, you know. I do have a religious background. That's how Peter and I met in church a long time ago. So we do have that religious background, so that gave me strength. But there was more to it than that, and it's hard to say, it really is. People have strength and they don't know where it comes from, but in times of need it happens.
I think just always have time out for yourself. Always be able to go for a walk, whether it's along your beach or down your track, or, you know, just have time out to think on your own, definitely. Just, look after yourself. Make sure that you give yourself time. Don't always feel like you've got to be at beck and call, that you should give yourself time out. That's definitely a good thing to do. Otherwise, you just burn out.
With my situation with my mother, there's that guilt of now she's on her own and I should be staying there, and but I had my own family, so that was my happy place with my family and my normal place. And why are you working? Just take time off work. But again, that was my normal place. It gave me a purpose other than just getting up, driving in, driving back, managing my father. So it just keeps things normal. You try and keep things as normal as you possibly can, but recognising that things have changed.
If you don't look after yourself, you're not going to be any good for anyone. Don't be afraid to accept help. And I think as a woman, you think you can manage everything because that's just your role, you as a carer, as a mum and a wife. But when you're in this position, if people want to cook a meal and drop it off, accept it. If they want to run you here or run you there, or perhaps take John in for his chemo or whatever, don't feel like you have to do it if people are offering. And that's one thing that's hard to accept in the early days, is to accept help. But then it does get easier, and but you have to look after yourself. Stay strong.
Staying strong, exercise, getting fresh air, getting out and about with friends, having a beer with some friends, just trying to do some other normal things, okay? Because you'll come back home and you'll look after them. Yeah, but you got to look after yourself for sure, because if you break down, then they've got no one else to turn to.